What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Carlos Condit and Matt Brown. Very exciting legends battle here. Both these guys have been in the UFC for a very long time, towards the tail ends of their careers. Never met when they were in contendership, but now they fight one another, have some common opponents shared between them. I mean, if you look back in the day, Matt Brown had an excellent run. I believe he was on a 7-fight win streak. It looked as if potentially would be a title challenger. He then did lose to Robbie Lawler. If you look at Carlos Condit, he did fight for the world title, has a win over Nick Diaz. He's also the former interim champion of the world, so technically speaking, he is a UFC champion. And he's fighting Matt Brown here, a guy that never got the title shot, but was very close to it, and has had some excellent fights. Stylistically, it's a fun matchup. Matt Brown, a gritty striker, someone who comes forward, puts loads of pressure on opponents, can take an incredible shot, and can definitely give one. If you look back at the fight against Miguel Baeza, the young undefeated prospect, Matt Brown had him badly hurt in that first round. Even though Matt Brown is 40 years of age, he's still very dangerous. Carlos Condit, on the other hand, coming off a nice win over Court McGee, hurt Court McGee, badly broke Court's nose in that fight, showed excellent striking, really mixed it up well on the feet, as we expect from him. Southpaw, but can switch stances very well. He's so fluid with his combination punches and the way he mixes kicks into the equation. I think this is a really fun striking match. I think this is possibly fight of the night. I mean, the Calvin Kattar versus Max Holloway main event could potentially be fight of the night also. We're going to see some excellent matchups, but this fight here between Condit and Matt Brown, I think it's going to be off the chain. Truly a BMF style fight of two guys at the tail ends of their career. Now, when they get in there, I do believe Carlos Condit is the technically superior striker, and I do think he wins here, but I don't think it's easy. I think it's competitive. I think Matt Brown gets his fair share of licks in there, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat Carlos Condit. The guys that have beaten Carlos as of late have been more grapplers. If you look, the loss to Michael Chiesa, Alex Oliveira, these are guys who submitted him. Against Matt Brown, it's striker versus striker, and I think Condit does edge him out. I don't know if he gets the knockout win here. I think this fight could go the distance potentially and be back and forth. If you look at Matt Brown's most recent loss, yes, it was to Baeza. Yes, he was knocked out in that second round. But Baeza, young, up-and-coming athletic prospect, I don't know if Condit has that same power. But I will say, a lot of the losses that you see from Matt Brown as of late, his last 3 defeats are all TKO losses. I think there's a chance we could see Condit stop him, and if it is so, I think in the third round. I'm thinking decision or late third round stoppage, or somewhere in the third round for Carlos Condit. I do have Condit winning, more likely decision victory though, and I think it's going to be a very exciting technical battle. Both guys are going to be hit by very clean strikes. Both fighters, I think, could potentially be hurt here. I think it's a back and forth fight. I cannot wait to see it. Now, betting odds though for this matchup, let's quickly pull them up here. Carlos Condit is a -160 favorite. Matt Brown at the +140 dog. He's absolutely a live underdog here, but I think the technique of Carlos Condit, and he is 5 years younger. Carlos Condit is only 35, whereas Matt Brown is 40. Yes, Carlos Condit was recently on that 5-fight losing streak, but the win over Court McGee, I was very impressed by. Showed he can still go the distance. He can take a strike. I am going Condit, decision win. I'm picking the favorite in this matchup. I think we have an excellent fight between these two, and honestly, I cannot wait to see these two veterans of the game collide. Unfortunately, they never fought in their primes, but now we get to see it, and I think it's going to be just as much fireworks as if they would have fought 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I will see you all in the next video.